Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmaswarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme tayo shatva pranamami muhurmuhu. Namashriyati Rajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swami Tapaharine. Dear friends, I am extremely happy to be here this evening. At the outset, I am thankful to Swami Atmagnanananda ji for giving me this opportunity of meeting you all this evening. As he told, it was a hectic tour. I came here on 5th to USA from India, and after delivering speeches in St. Louis, Chicago, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, etc. Yesterday I came to Washington DC here, and then tomorrow I go to New York and 2 lectures in New York and New Jersey, 2 lectures New Jersey, then Boston, Babson College, Providence, then last 2 lectures in Long Island, and then 30th I returned to India. So it's my 5th visit to USA and the 3rd visit to Washington DC. And 29th of June 2010 I was here, and at the time I had delivered the speech on the same subject, but it was in a hall. Now it is in a temple. That is the difference. The temple was not there. This beautiful temple was not there. So it's a great pleasure to be here in this wonderful spiritual atmosphere of the beautiful temple, which was not there in 2010. So everybody is in search of happiness and peace. All are in need of happiness and peace. Do you know, happiness industry is the 5th largest industry in the world today? Happiness industry is the 5th largest industry in the world. Soon it will surpass all the other industries. The number of seminars, the number of books that are being brought out, and the number of efforts being going on for bringing happiness to the people. Everybody is in search of happiness. So it has become the 5th largest industry in the world. There is a book, Happiness Industry, written by William Davis. Recently it has come out, where he says, happiness has become a new religion. Happiness has become a new religion. And he also mentions how the government and the big houses, business houses, sold us well-being. Many corporates have now started employing Chief Happiness Officer. Chicago-based Research Corporation says at least 40% of the companies in USA are having regular courses on stress management. Self-improvement represents $10 million per year industry in United States alone. $10 million self-improvement. Wellness industry, which includes happiness industry, $4.2 trillion, not million, $4.2 trillion, 5.3% of the global economic output. So this is how the whole scenario is changing. People are having lack of peace of mind, they are under tension, they want happiness. Bhutan has shown the way, a small country. Bhutan says no, GDP is not enough, GNH, gross national happiness. That is the index by which a country should be judged. Ministry of Happiness have been started. Ministry of Happiness have been started in Sweden, UAE, also in India in one state called Madhya Pradesh, where they have given the name of that ministry is the name given is Anandam. In UK, they have started Ministry of Loneliness. It's a big problem for the old people, particularly loneliness. And so many books on suicides are coming. At least 25 books have come in the market. How to commit suicide? The Final Exit by Derek Humphreys became a bestseller. What is written there? How to commit suicide. Novel methods of committing suicide, not the usual methods. They want to commit suicide in novel ways. Japan, the bestseller book name is The Complete Manual on Committing Suicide. 3.5 lakh copies sold in within 1 year. And some people, they took the book in their hand and committed suicide in the manner in which it was told. France, the bestseller name book is Suicide User's Manual. So all over the world, books on suicides are coming, suicides are increasing, mental patients are increasing, schizophrenic patients are increasing, depression is coming in a big way. It is the third largest, now the third biggest disease, sickness of the world. National Institute of Mental Health gives the figure for last year. 22.8% of Americans go regularly to a psychiatrist. That means 57.8 million people in America. But total in the world, 800 million people are suffering from some sort of mental disorder. In Japan, the Ministry of Health said 42% of the executives of 44 years and above are suffering from mental disorder, and 100 new mental hospitals opening on an emergency scale. And that's why Matsushita, the chairman of that time, Matsushita Electric Company, started a journal called PHP, an institute called PHP. What is PHP? P is prosperity, H is health, and P is peace of mind. PHP is very important. So now, why this scenario? Why all these things are happening? Many changes have come. Number one, generation gap has come. The whole society is undergoing transformation, and so generation gap has come. And this was predicted by Alvin Toffler in his book, The Future Shock. He said the whole society is undergoing transformation at such an accelerated speed that the society would not be able to absorb that shock, and that time has come. We conduct speech competitions on the birthday of Swami Vivekananda in India, many of our centers, including our center in Rajkot. So many students participate. One of the students was studying in microbiology MSc, and she used to also participate and used to get first prize, and she used to talk about generation gap, and she used to get prizes. It so happened, after passing the examination, she became the professor in the same college. And after 2 years, she came to me, Swamiji, I used to give lectures on this generation gap. Now my students are telling, Madam, you will not be able to understand us. There is a generation gap. Within 2 years, the generation gap has come. So this is how the whole society is undergoing transformation at such an accelerated speed. Another thing, brittle relationship. The relationship become formal, artificial, lot of divorces increasing, not only in America, now it has gone to other countries, also to India, everywhere. This physical distance has been annihilated because of the communication technology. Of course, when Swami Vivekananda started for participating in the World Parliament in Chicago, he started from Bombay on 31st May 1893, he reached on 30th July in Chicago after 2 months. And then now you start from Delhi at morning 2 o'clock, by 7 o'clock you are in New York. 14 hours of flight. But Swamiji went by ship. So communication technology has undergone tremendous transformation. The physical distance has been annihilated. But the distance between man to man has increased. You can talk to your friends thousands of miles away very nicely on your mobile, very good communication technology. But the paradox is there is no communication with your wife sitting on the same sofa from last 6 months. No, not only there is a gap between parents and the children, between husband and wife. So there is all sorts of relationship problem. Most of the nowadays youth come to us for counseling because of the breakup of relationships. So this is another phenomena that has come. Then a demon has entered. First it entered America, then it entered other countries, and now it has entered India also. The name of the demon is consumerism. We want more and more and more. So Eric Fromm has written a book, To Have or To Be. To Have or To Be, that is the name of the book. Eric Fromm, one of the greatest psychologists of our times. So where he says, man has become a commodity. He thinks himself like a commodity and sells himself like a commodity. You know, in India, even the cricket players are being sold. I mean, the price. And bridegrooms are being sold and being purchased by paying a dowry. So man has become a commodity. And Oxford Dictionary has introduced one more word. The name of the word is affluenza. It comes to affluent people, but the affluent children, they want more and more items, more and more gadgets, more and more things, and then they become prey of Nougat neurosis, then become drug addicts, schizophrenia, suicide. So in America they have started, the parents have started affluenza resistant society. They are taking the children at the weekend to the villages side and telling, you see, these children do not have a single car, you have got 2 cars, and still you are dissatisfied. So likewise the efforts are going on to save them from affluenza. Previously the formula was plain living, high thinking. Now it is high living, plain thinking, and sometimes no thinking. There is a beautiful Zen story. A horse was galloping at full speed. Somebody asked, hey, where are you going? He said, ask the horse. Because I am not taking the horse is taking me. We are not living the life. Life is not living. Life is living us. All are getting mad after money. I am also getting mad after money. I am going mad after money. Package, and die. So Dana Zohar says in her book, SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the ultimate intelligence. She says, modern man, the modern society, it is a dumb society we are living. We have forgotten the basic purpose of life, the basic meaning of life. She gives the beautiful story. By the side of the Mexican coast, there was a management consultant. He saw at a distance a fisherman was sleeping in his boat. It was afternoon. He said, why? What are you doing? Why not fishing? Then he replied in the sleeping posture, sir, you know what happened in the morning? I got a big catch. I sold that fish and I got a lot of money, and that's enough for my today's needs, so I am sleeping. Is there any quota system here? You should go and fish more. Then you will get more money. But what to do with more money? I already get enough. Why? Deposit. Deposit, he never heard the word deposit. Yes, open a bank account and deposit. Then go on depositing. When you got enough money, you purchase another boat. So when you have 2 boats, you will have more fishes, more money. What to do with money? Again deposit. And go on depositing and getting more and more boats. You will have a fleet of boats. Then you will become CEO of a multinational company. Then you move your headquarters from Mexico to New York, open branches all over the world. Then naturally when you open branches all over the world, you have to travel all over the world. Then naturally, so they will have bypass surgery. When there are 3 bypass surgeries, when the doctor says no more, then you retire. And sell the company, come back to me. I am an investment expert from Harvard. I will tell you how to invest, where to invest, and when you invest like this, you will get so much of interest that you will be able to sleep nicely without tranquilizers. Sir, I was sleeping nicely, it is you who woke me up. For sleeping nicely, such a roundabout process, Dana Zohar says this fisherman has got low IQ doesn't know how to make money, but this management consultant got high IQ. He knows how to make money. But this fisherman has got high SQ. He knows the purpose of life is to have happiness and peace. But this management consultant doesn't know. He wants to go round and round. First 50 years of life, spending 50 years of life, wasting your health for getting the wealth. Next 50 years, wasting your wealth to get back the health which does not come. That is not a sign of wisdom. But that is exactly what we are doing at present. So everybody has got an equation in his mind. H is directly proportional to M, where H is equal to happiness and M is equal to money. If money comes, and then we will have happiness, happiness, happiness. More money, more happiness. But is it true? What do we find? So-called developed countries having high per capita income rate, there the number of suicides, the number of schizophrenic patients, mental patients are much more. Now that does not mean that we should not have money, number one. Money is very important for our comforts, but the psychology says the graph goes up and up. The more money, the more the happiness. But then it reaches a level. Afterwards, more money, more unhappiness. It's a graph like that. Once your basic needs are over, then it comes about the competition, fierce competition. Then you feel you get the Mercedes-Benz car and you are so happy, and then their neighbor gets Jaguar and your pace is gone. You know, I didn't know about all these cars, but when I got that in America, there is a joke that previously the people used to tell the children, hey, don't waste food. In India, they don't get food. So, don't waste food. Now they are telling the children, hey, study properly. Otherwise, all the Indians will take over the jobs in Microsoft and Google and all others have been captured, and you will not get a job. Study like Indians. Now, reverse thing has happened. And one funny thing happened some time back. A young person had his birthday, so he wanted a birthday gift from his father. Very rich person. Affluenza come to India also. Maybe their poverty is more, but affluent people are also there. So, father gifted him a Mercedes-Benz car instead of Jaguar. He gifted. And the boy was so much angry that he threw that Mercedes-Benz car into the sea. And the Americans' joke is there, go and get that Mercedes-Benz car from the sea. Indians are throwing away. This is affluenza. So much of all concentrating only on matter, matter, matter. So, all are struggling to get happiness, peace and not getting. What is the problem? Problem is that we are searching at a wrong place. An old lady was weeping. Then a young man said, hey, why are you weeping? He said, I lost my needle. Then why are you weeping? I will search out for you. And he also started searching the needle. After a long time he could not get it. Then he asked her, where did you lose it? Oh, inside the room. Huh? And you are searching here outside? Oh, there is darkness there and here there is light. So I am searching here. Go on searching, you will not get it. You will lost the needle inside the room and you are searching in the veranda here. You will never get it. This is exactly what we are doing. Vedanta says the source of infinite joy, infinite happiness, infinite bliss inside every one of us. It is there. We don't have to import it. But we have forgotten that. And that is why we are going for all these things, running for all these things. And we are not getting it. Kabir says, Moko kaha tu dhunde bande, main to tere paas mein, khojoge to abhi milunga, pal bhar ki talash mein. There's a song which Swami Vivekananda used to sing. नाभि कमल में है कस्तूरी वृथा मृग फिरे बनकारे बिन सदगुरु नर ऐसे ढूंढे जैसे फिरे पशु बनकारे पी ले रे अवधत हो मत वाला प्याला प्रेम हरि रसकारे. So there it says that नाभि कमल में है कस्तूरी, वृथामृग फिरे बनकारे. There is a deer, a special type of deer found in Kashmir. These deer, that deer is going, running. Why it is running? From somewhere it is getting the smell of the musk. And then afterwards it dies in that effort to get that musk. Then it is discovered the musk was in this navel. It was in the navel of the deer and it was running here and there in search of the deer. This is exactly our case. The source of infinite joy is within, and we are trying to get it in the latest model car, latest model houses, latest model gadgets. The source is there. नाभि कमल में है कस्तूरी, वृथा मृग फिरे बनकारे, बिन सदगुरु नर ऐसे ही ढूंढे जैसे फिरे पशु बनकारे. This is our condition. So now what would we do? The source of infinite joy, infinite happiness is there, but we have to manifest it. We have forgotten it. We are not able to see that. We are unable to feel that divinity. Why? Because there is a screen hiding the ignorance. So Kabir says, Gungat ka pat khol re, tohe piya milenge, katuk vachan mat bol re, tohe piya milenge. You will get the beloved, you will get God, you will get the divine. How? Remove the screen. That's all. Remove the screen of ignorance. But how to remove the screen of ignorance? So Swami Vivekananda gives the whole of the gist of Vedanta in his book on Raj Yoga, where he says, each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, dogmas, rituals, temples, churches, mosques are but secondary details. So he says, Swami Vivekananda says, each soul is potentially divine. There is divinity inside every human being, irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion, nationality. Kathopanishad says, Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gulo atmana prakashate drishyate tvagraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshivi. Inside every human being there is the center of consciousness. And what is its nature? Satchit Ananda. Infinite knowledge, infinite existence, infinite bliss. And every human being has got it. But it is hidden. That's the thing, it's hidden. So what is to be done? This screen of ignorance has to be removed. How? By controlling this divinity has to be manifested. How? By controlling nature external and internal. How it can be done? This is either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy. By one or more or all of these, and be free. So this is the whole of religion. This is the real religion, real spirituality. Rest all are rituals. Whether you believe in rituals, you may not believe, doesn't matter. Dana Zohar also says, a person may be having high SQ, spiritual intelligence, and yet may not be following rituals, or may not be following the so-called religion. At the same time, some may be more religious person, yet lacking in SQ. So SQ has something to do with spirituality and not with the external rituals or external form of religion. So we have to differentiate between real spirituality and religion. Real religion is spirituality, but so-called religion that is consisting of dogmas or rituals, only external without the internal, is not spirituality. So this spirituality is the real thing which will give us happiness and peace. So Kathopanishad says, Nityo nityanam chetasanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman tam atmastham yenu pashyanti dhiraha tesham shanti shashvati netaresham. Inside every human being's consciousness, there is a supreme consciousness. Chetanas chetananam, nityo nityanam. There is an eternal being, in that eternal Paramatman inside the internal Atman. and super consciousness within consciousness. Those who have seen this super consciousness, those who have realized this consciousness, those who have realized this Paramatman, those who realize this supreme reality, they alone will have access to eternal happiness and eternal bliss. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman tam atmastham yenu pashyanti dhiraha tesham shanti shashvati. They will get eternal peace. Ne teresham, nobody else will get it. So if we want really this eternal peace, eternal bliss, then we have to manifest the divinity within, as Swami Vivekananda says, by 4 yogas. 4 yogas, Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga and Karma Yoga. Raj Yoga, as you know, is Ashtanga Yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Swami Vivekananda, in his book on Raj Yoga, after giving the brilliant introduction, he goes by the translation of the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. The Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. Yama consists of 5. Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha and Ahimsa. And Niyama also 5. Shauch, Santosh, Tap, Swadhyay, Ishwar Pranidhan. So following this Yama and Niyama and Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, 7th step is Dhyan and 8th step is Samadhi. And then it consists of the infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, infinite existence. That is the stage where one reaches by following this method, this path of meditation, this path of Raj Yoga. Second is Gyan Yoga, where you try to analyze who am I. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. First learn about the truth, then try to reason it out and then meditate on that. So, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, that is the process for Jnana Yoga. Who am I? Am I this body? No, I say my body is paining. That means my body is different. So, am I the mind? No, my mind is not good. Today my mood is not good. So, I am not the mind. So, am I the intellect? No, my intellect is not working today. So, I am not the intellect, my intellect. Am I the ego? No, my ego is very strong. I will tell you how to do it. So, I am not the ego, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am not the body. Who am I? Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am beyond all this. By nature is Satchitananda. This is by gradually, by more and more of discrimination, more and more of analysis, you come, there is a Jnana Yoga. And then there is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga consists of loving God. Love the God, thy God, with all thy strength, with all thy heart. That God, ultimate supreme, has to be given love. And then we receive love. And how much we receive? We receive love. When to a human being, what happens when he gives love? He wants 100% return, but if 100% does not come, then he becomes miserable. But here, when we give to God 100%, 100 multiplied by 100 comes back to us. Infinite love comes back to us if we love God. So loving God, praying to God, chanting the mantras, chanting the stotras, worshipping, all these are part of Bhakti Yoga. And then there is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is converting work into worship. That work and worship can be taking each and every work as a form of worship. What is required? There are 2 things. One is unselfishness. The more unselfishness, the more easily it will become, karma will be converted into Karma Yoga. A senior monk used to ask us, are you doing Karma Bhoga or Karma Yoga? Because every karma will become Karma Bhoga. Karma Bhoga means if you do a good action, you will get good result. If you do bad action, you will get bad result. By the simple law of karma. Law of karma is supreme in the mental world, as law of gravitation is supreme in the physical world. Some people say, I don't believe in the law of karma. Whether you believe it or not, the law of karma will operate. Go to the top floor of the tallest building in Washington, D.C. and declare, I do not believe in the law of gravitation, and jump. What will happen? Next day, the newspapers will bring the report. This person did not believe in the law of gravitation, yet the law of gravitation worked. So whether you believe it or not, the law of karma will operate. If you do good action, good result. These are all lighthouse principles. Stephen Covey says in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he gives the example, a steamer, a ship was going and there was a light outside. So he thought there must be some ship coming. So he gave a wireless message, please move your ship by 20 degrees, otherwise it will collide. And the message came from there, you move your ship. He was very much annoyed. I am the captain of the ship commanding you to move your ship. Who is at the other end? And the reply came, sir, I am a humble operator of the lighthouse. So if you don't want to change your direction, I don't mind, get it crushed. So these are lighthouse principles. If you don't believe the law of karma will operate. So karma will bring karma bhoga, good or bad. But, so every action will become karma bhoga only. But if you do it with unselfishness, and if you do with a spirit of detachment, then that work will become worship. Then it will become yoga. One of the simplest ways for converting karma into karma yoga, into worship, work into worship, is to practice sandwich sadhana. Sandwich, all of you know how to prepare sandwich. Just take a piece of bread and then put some bread or cheese or some cucumber or something, and then put another piece of bread. Then sandwich is ready. So similarly, morning while you get up, O Lord, today whatever work I will do is dedicated unto you, and the fruits of the work also dedicated unto you. This is one piece of bread. Then whole day go on working. All this masala is coming. And at night, before sleeping, whole night, before sleeping, going to sleep, O Lord, whatever I have done for the whole day is dedicated unto you, and the fruits also dedicated to you. So this is one big sandwich. Then you can make small sandwich also. While going to office, whatever work I will do in the office, O Lord, dedicated unto you. And after coming away from the office, Lord, whatever I have done is dedicated to you, and the fruits dedicated to you. So converting work into worship, that is karma yoga. And more the unselfishness, more easily it become worship. Swami Vivekananda says a beautiful statement, at long last you will understand, not now. At long last you will understand that the best way to become happy is to see that others are happy. And the best way to get peace of mind is to pray for others' peace of mind. And he used to advise, when you sit for meditation, start with this prayer. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyid dukham apnuyat. Let all be healthy, let all be happy, let all attain goodness, let none get misery. Beautiful prayer. Swamiji says this prayer should be done every day. And the more you pray for others, they will get peace of mind, but first you will get peace of mind. So, at long last you will understand that the best way to become happy is to see that others are happy, and the best way to get peace of mind is to pray for others' peace of mind. When Swami Vivekananda delivered his historic speech in the world's parliament of religions, he became so popular that he had to stay back for 3 more years in America. So 1894, when he was in Chicago, at that time, the richest person of the world was John D. Rockefeller, the emperor of petroleum industry. At that time, he was going through a very big, very bad phase. All hair had gone. He had become bald. He had become emaciated. He was on the verge of death. And the doctor said, very few months are there for his survival. That was, the doctors predicted, such a miserable condition. And then somebody suggested, why don't you go to my friend's house? A yogi has come from India, a saint has come. why don't you go and take advice from him? Rockefeller said, what? I have to go to a beggar to get advice? No, I will not go. You know, we are beggars. We live on charity. So he did not go. But one fine morning, he suddenly went to the place where Swami Vivekananda was staying. Knocked the table, knocked the door. And the butler opened the door. Now, it so happened Swamiji was not in his drawing room. So he was in his study room. So without being announced, Rockefeller went to the study room. And Swamiji, as you know, he had tremendous power of concentration. So he was fully absorbed and did not notice Rockefeller coming. He was fully absorbed. The Rockefeller waited for some time. And then he knocked at the table. Then Swamiji looked up. Rockefeller said, I am Rockefeller. Swamiji asked, what do you want? Now Rockefeller was not prepared for this type of treatment. Rockefeller means the President of America would get up. And here is the beggar sitting and asking me, what do you want? Then he said, I don't want anything. Then Swamiji said, why have you come? Now he had no reply because he had come without invitation. Then Swamiji said, my dear Rockefeller, I know why you have come. You come here because you don't have peace of mind. Then he started narrating many incidents from the life of Rockefeller which no one else knew except Rockefeller. Then he was nonplussed. Who has told all these things to you? Swamiji smiled and said, do you think it's necessary? I can see through your mind as you can see through a glass shelf. Then he was nonplussed. Then Swamiji said, my dear Rockefeller, remember, you are not the owner of your wealth. You are only custodian of your wealth. Utilize this money for removing the sufferings of millions of people. Immediately you will get peace of mind. There is no other way by which you can get peace of mind. And Rockefeller was very much annoyed. How dare you talk to me like this? And he left abruptly as abruptly had come. But after 1 week, again he came. Similar fashion. Called the bell, the butler opened the door. He went inside. Swamiji was not in his drawing room. So he went to his study room. Swamiji was fully absorbed. Again he knocked at the table. Then he put a piece of paper on the table of Swami Vivekananda where he had made an announcement of a very huge donation for a public cause. When Swamiji read it, then Rockefeller said, now you must thank me. I followed your advice. Swamiji said, well, it is for you to thank me. Because by following my advice, you will get peace of mind, which cannot be purchased by millions of dollars in the market. So, afterwards, as you know, Rockefeller, he made this Rockefeller Foundation. And with this Rockefeller Foundation, David Borlaug made a research of drought-resistant wheat which saved the millions of people from hunger. From Rockefeller Foundation he got the research. So that is how Swami Vivekananda says, if you work for others, unselfishness is more paying in the long run. Unfortunately, people do not have the passions to practice it. So practice of these 4 yogas will lead us to the eternal life, eternal happiness, eternal bliss. Existence, knowledge, bliss. It will reach us to the supreme if we practice these 4 yogas in daily life. And Swami Vivekananda says each and every yoga is independently capable of taking you to the supreme. So you take up as you like. But what is best? Swami Vivekananda asked, if every yoga is capable of taking you to the supreme, then what is supposing if everybody takes, then which yoga you are following? Swami Vivekananda said, well, I combine all the 4 yogas. So Romarola says, Swami Vivekananda, he rode on all the 4 horses simultaneously. All the 4 yogas he practiced. So, and Swami Vivekananda says, if you want an integrated personality, a harmonious development of personality, and if you want a quicker success, combine all the 4 yogas. All the 4 yogas will give result. And we also find in the industrial houses, for productivity, what do they say? Maximum utilization of all resources. So let us do maximum utilization of all the faculties. We have got hands. With the hands, let us work for the Lord. Then we have got the intellect. Let us reason out the reality, Dhyan Yoga. Working is Karma Yoga. Then we have got the heart. And we want to give love and we want to receive love. How much love? Infinite love. So love the Lord, Bhakti Yoga. Then we have our mind. With the mind, if we meditate, we will get that infinite bliss. So all the faculties are utilized when we combine all the 4 yogas. So in Ramakrishna Mission, particularly in India I am talking about, how the monks are practicing. In the morning we have Mangal Arati, that is devotional, that is Bhakti Yoga. Then meditate, all of the monks, they work, meditate, that is Raj Yoga. Then there is some reading from Gita, chanting of Gita, Dhyan Yoga. Evening again we have prayer, Khandana Bhav Bandhana. Here also it is being sung. Everywhere in all our centers of Ramakrishna Mission that is being done. So prayer, that is Bhakti Yoga. Then there is Katha, reading from Kathamrita, Gospel, that is Dhyan Yoga. And also then we have meditate in the evening again, that is Raj Yoga. And whole day, Karma Yoga. All the monks have been given some duties. We have many hospitals, many educational institutions, rural tribal development projects. So all the monks will be working whole day. But morning, evening, these 3 yogas, and whole day Karma Yoga. So that is how we can combine all the 4 yogas. So all of you householders, you have to work very hard for a living. Naturally, I see the life in America of the people is much harder in general. The both husband and wife have to work, they have to look after the children by turn, and they have to cook in between. Weekends, only weekends you can do. I see all those things. So you have to work. But convert work into worship by change of attitude of mind and by combining all the 4 yogas. So for the modern man, I have made this combination of 4 yogas very easy. So I give the formula because I know when I talk about 4 yogas, they say, yes, what you said is true, but where is the time? No time. Okay, I will give you a formula, simple formula. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Very easy. What is 5, 5, 5? 5 minutes of prayer, 5 minutes of meditation, and 5 minutes of inspirational reading, morning. Evening, 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of prayer, and 5 minutes of inspirational reading. To begin with, at least do that much. Then gradually when you get the result, you will get more. But this 5, 5, 5 you can all practice. And whole day you work, no problem. But convert work into worship by sandwich sadhana. If you practice all this, then for you. So Swami Vivekananda, when he was in New York, at that time he was on the breakfast table, and then it was told that he had to publish a book in which an emblem had to be given of the Ramakrishna Mission. So he drew a picture, and that was sent to a designer. He drew a rough picture. There was no paper, so an envelope had come. He cut open that envelope. On the second side, which was plain, he drew this picture. Based on that, emblem of Ramakrishna Mission was designed. And he said the emblem or the symbol should be such that it symbolizes the basic philosophy, the basic ideology of Ramakrishna Mission. And that is how this has come. That is the emblem. What do you find? There is a serpent. Serpent denotes the serpent power. Raj Yoga says the Kundalini Shakti, the serpent power, rises from Muladhara to Sahasrara. Up to Sahasrara it goes in a serpentine form. So the serpent is the Kundalini power that denotes Raj Yoga. Flower, lotus, denotes love. the path of love, Bhakti Yoga. Sun denotes Jnana, knowledge, Jnana Yoga. Waves of water are the waves of karma, Karma Yoga. Inside there is a Hansa, that is a swan, and it is written there below, Tanno Hansa Prachodayat. This is how the vision of the Paramatman is achieved. Hans is equal to Paramhans is equal to Paramatman. This is how God can be realized. How? By combination of 4 yogas, that supreme reality can be realized. What a wonderful way Swami Vivekananda was such an artist and such a visionary that for the modern man he brought out these 4 yogas. Everybody wants happiness and peace. Just try these 4 yogas. You will get happiness and peace in everyday life if you practice these 4 yogas, culminating in eternal happiness, infinite joy, infinite bliss. And every day you will get happiness and peace. Once you start practicing little bit of meditation, little bit of prayer, little bit of inspirational reading, and trying to convert work into worship by detachment, by the spirit of detachment, by more and more of unselfishness, and so you will get peace of mind. Ultimately, the peace of mind will be achieved if you work for others, pray for others. When Swami Vivekananda returned to India, in Calcutta, a boy came to him and says, Swamiji, I am not having peace of mind. Then he said, I have gone to many masters, many gurus, and I have been practicing so many ways, I have tried many ways, but I am not getting peace of mind. I said, what do you do at present? He says, whatever my latest guru has told, like that. Nowadays they are changing gurus like changing cars. So latest guru has told, so I try to sit down, I close the doors and windows of my room, and I close my eyes and try to vacate all the thoughts from my mind. And I am doing like that, I am not getting peace. Then Swamiji said, first of all, you open the doors and windows and open your eyes and see in the neighborhood who is sick, give medicine. See who is hungry, give a morsel of food. Immediately you will get peace of mind. The best way to get peace of mind is to work for others unselfishly, without any reward, immediately. This can be an experience. You need not believe in theory. Just try to do a little bit of unselfish service. Of course, it should be unselfish, not with calculation that what I'm written I'm going to get. Then you will find that peace coming. So now Swami Vivekananda used to say, he says, if you practice all the 4 yogas, then you will get happiness and peace. And then we will be able to follow Swami Vivekananda's dictum. Swami Vivekananda said, to be happy and smiling always takes you nearer to God than any prayer in this world. He said, despondency is not religion, whatever else it may be. To be happy and smiling always takes you nearer to God than any prayer in this world. Be cheerful always. And he also used to remain cheerful. When he was in America, he would give lectures, that time he would be serious. But after the lecture, he would cook for the devotees, for the disciples. He would have ice cream party. He liked ice cream. He liked chocolate ice cream. And someone asked, Swami, why do you like chocolate ice cream? It's because I am like chocolate. Swamiji said, because he was like chocolate. Because I am like chocolates, I like chocolate ice cream. And he used to make fun and he used to laugh. Now in America, they could not understand all these things. So one lady said, Swami, you ought to be a little more serious. You are a religious preacher. Then Swamiji immediately, yes, madam, I too become serious when I got stomachache. But without stomachache, why do you become serious? Be happy and cheerful always. That is the first sign you have become religious. So always be smiling. But how to smile when there are difficulties? That's another problem. So remember, Abraham Lincoln used to keep a nameplate on his table, and it was written there, this too shall pass. And somebody asked, why you have written this? You see, sometimes I get a lot of honor when I understand this too shall pass, bad days are ahead. And sometimes they are bad days, and I become dejected. I try to remember, this too shall pass. It's a temporary phenomena. Have patience. This too shall pass. It's a passing phase. Nothing is permanent in this world except change. Nothing is permanent in this world except change. Change is permanent. Change, change, change. Everything, world is changing, it is a flux. So don't worry, it will pass. Holy Mother says, like the water passes under the bridge, the difficulties will pass away, good days will become. Then don't lose patience. There is a story of a Nepalese king. He was a miserly king. He had organized one darbar. In darbar, when you organize, there is one dancing girl, and she would dance, and then afterwards the king will first of all give some prize, and then others will give prize. That is the tradition there. So the dancing started and music started, and she started dancing and she started singing and all that. Going on, going on, going on. And the king is sitting side, he is enjoying but not giving any money. Now, as long as he doesn't give money, the others can't give any money. And now it was coming to her, she became so tired. So, in the song itself, this dancing girl put one sentence. Raat bahut beet gayi, thak gayi panjar mori, nati kahe suno Vamdev, inam ne mila koi. Well, this whole night has passed and I am now tired, so I am going to give up now singing and dancing. And immediately, the person who was giving the accompaniment, he became alarmed. My God, if she now stops, all our labor of the whole night will go. So immediately said, Bahut gayi thodi rahi, thodi bhi ab jaye, nat kahe suno nati, taal bhang na ho paye. Said, don't break your tala. Continue dancing, just more time. Bahut gayi thodi rahi. Almost the whole night is going. Now very little of night is left behind. Ultimately in the morning the king will have to give. So don't break your tala. Tal bhang na ho paye. And when he said like this, there was a miracle. The prince immediately threw the ring, the golden ring that he had. King said, what? I have not given anything, and this fellow started giving. And the princess, she gave her necklace. And there was one merchant, he also gave very costly ornaments. And he was bewildered. What is the matter? Why are you doing like that? You see, we are saved. Businessman said, my one sheep was coming, it got drowned. And so I was thinking of committing suicide. But when she said like that, Bahut gayi thodi rahi, thodi bhi ab jaye, I have yet to receive the news of the other 9 ships. Maybe if they come, I will be able to overcome my loss. So I have decided not to commit suicide. So I was saved from committing suicide because of this line. Bahut gayi thodi rahi, thodi bhi ab jaye, nat kahe suno taal bhang na ho paye. And the princess said, I have become so old. Already I have advanced age, but you are not marrying me. So I had thought, I will run away from the palace and get married to somebody. Then when I heard this, bahut gayi thodi rahi. After all, this king is not going to survive more. He has become very old. Why should I break the tala? And why should I run away and bring all sorts of dishonor to myself? So I was saved from this dishonor. And prince said, you have become so old, and yet you are not giving me the kingdom. So I had already thought of murdering you. I had already made a plot to murder you. But when I heard this, taal bhang na ho paye. After all, how long you are going to live? Then I am going to enjoy. Why should I become a murderer? I have been saved. The king was very happy, and he gave a lot of money to these people. So we have to remember, when sometimes we lose passions, don't lose passions. Good days are ahead. It may be just at the speed of the moment. It may be there. Don't quit. Last, Holy Mother Sharda Devi's message, I end with that. Holy Mother, on 21st July 1920, she passed away. 2 days before that, she was on sick bed, and then Annapurna's mother was standing on the doorstep. Mother, you will go away. What will happen to us? And she was weeping. Holy Mother said, don't worry, don't weep. Sri Ramakrishna will look after you. Then she gave her last message, very important message. After that, Holy Mother has not told anything. What was the message? My dear child, if you want peace of mind, this is the word. If you want peace of mind, do not look at the faults of others. If you want peace of mind, do not look at the faults of others. What a great message. If you want peace of mind, if you don't want peace of mind, go on looking at the faults of others. And all our peace is gone when we start looking after the faults of others. Oh, he has done like this, he has done like this, he has done like this, and like that we are doing. But what I have done, we don't know, we don't remember. Kabir says, "Bura jo dekhan main chala, bura na mila koi. Jab dil dekha apna, bura na mere saman bura na koi." So we are searching for the fault outside. So Holy Mother says, if you want peace of mind, if you don't want peace of mind, okay. If you want peace of mind, don't look at the faults of others. But I get joy in seeing the faults. Then Holy Mother says second time, and if you want to see the faults of faults, try to see the faults within yourself. You will get so many faults to be corrected, there will be no time left for seeing faults outside. So if you want peace of mind, do not look at the faults of others. Rather look at your own faults. No one is a stranger in this world. Everyone is your own. And Holy Mother Sharda Devi herself practiced this. She did not take anybody's, she never looked after the faults of others. She said, I am the mother of the wicked, I am the mother of the mother of the wicked also and mother of the good people also. I am the mother of all. And she never looked upon the faults of others. When she was in Udbodhan, Calcutta, a young girl was weeping outside and mother was worshipping. And mother said, please come inside, who is weeping there? And that girl started weeping more and more. Oh, I can't come to you, mother, I lost my character. Then mother came out herself and embraced her and said, don't worry, forget whatever has happened, start a new life. I will give you mantra diksha. Repeat the mantra, repeat the name of the Lord, repeat the name of the Lord, drives away all sins. And take this prasad. And she gave her peace of mind. Her whole life was changed. She never looked upon the faults of others. And do you know what were her companions? Surbala, the mad aunt. She was 100% mad, really mad. Once she came to beat her with a burning charcoal, burning wood. 100% mad. And her daughter Radhu, 50% mad. And two nieces, Nalini and Maku, 25% mad. And Golapma, 12.5% mad. Always shouting. With all these mad people, Holy Mother says, I never knew what is lack of peace of mind. Always her mind was at peace of mind because she did not look at the faults of others. She looked upon good of others. So let us follow the message of Holy Mother. Try to follow the message of Holy Mother. Let us try to follow the message of Swami Vivekananda given in this symbol. Let us try to practice all these 4 yogas and get happiness and peace in everyday life and also get eternal happiness, infinite bliss and fulfill the basic purpose of human life. May Sri Ramakrishna, Sharda Devi, Swami Vivekananda grant us strength to do this is my prayer at their feet. I once again thank Swami Gnananand Ji. And I bow down to the divinity which is present in all of you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.